In this video, we're going to learn how to sort spreadsheets. Some basic sorting techniques that you can use on spreadsheets of any kind for all kinds of things that you need to find out with your data. Okay, so we have a spreadsheet open right now. In column A, we have a list of student names. In column B, we have a list of their grade levels. And in column C, we have their email, whether or not they have an email or not. It's just a row of check boxes. If the box is checked, that means they do have an email set up. If it's not checked, they do not have an email set up. Okay, so that's our boxes. Notice we also have a header row that says name, grade, and email at the top, and it's frozen. Frozen meaning I can scroll below it, and that header row remains constant. And when I'm sorting sheets, I generally do like to make sure I have a frozen header row at the top. It's not absolutely necessary, but if you forget to take that into consideration, you might end up with that header row as part of the sort itself. And so you'll have name, grade, and email down there in your sort somewhere, which you really don't want to see happen. So as a rule, I generally go ahead and freeze that, that first header row so that it stays constant in any kind of sort, okay? If you don't know how to do that real fast, to remind you, you just go here, View, Freeze, and then how many rows you want frozen. One row, okay? And that's what I've done. You can undo that. You can go View, Freeze, No rows. And now see it's taken off the frozen thing. And when I scroll now, the header row scrolls with it. And if I do this, chances are it will be included in the sort. So we're going to freeze one row. First, let's just do a very basic kind of sort. Let's sort by name. It's already sorted by name alphabetically A to Z, but let's change that up and let's do it Z to A this time. So you go, yeah, I have that that row highlighted or the column highlighted by selecting box A at the very top, and that highlights the entire row. When I do that, I choose Data, Sort Sheet, and this time I'm going to sort it by Z to A, and notice that it flip-flops that whole column now to where your W's come first and your A's down here are at the very bottom. See, it starts down there with those whose last names start with letter A, and now up at the top it has those W's as the first letter of their names. So let's flip that back again. So we're going to Data, Sort Sheet, and go back to A to Z. And now you have the A's at the top and the W's on the bottom. Let's do the same thing in the grade column. Right now, there is no sorting of the grade column because it's sorted only by the names, the last names. So the grade levels are kind of random based upon where these students fall in their actual grade levels. But let's say we wanted all the 6th graders first and the 7th graders and the 8th graders. You can do the same thing then. We've highlighted the column by choosing grade. We're going to go to Data, Sort Sheet, A to Z. And now notice we have all the 6th grade students at the top. Scroll down, we find the 7th grade students. Scroll down some more, we find the 8th grade students. We can flip-flop those just like we did the names. Data, Sort Sheet, Z to A, and we'll have the 8th grade at the top, followed by the 7th, followed by the 6th. Okay? That's all fine and good. What about how that affects the email column, whether or not they actually have an email set up? We're going to click in the C box, highlight the entire column, go Data, Sort Sheet, A to Z, and notice that now at the very top we have 4 empty boxes, meaning that those 4 students do not have an email set up. So that's how you do it, okay? Now, that's all fine and good. We can sort individual columns that way, and that comes in really, really handy all the time. But what if you have a situation where you need to sort 2 columns, or even 3 or 4 or 5 columns? How do you do multiple columns? Well, here's how you do that. This time you're going to take your mouse cursor and you're going to put it right up here in the box in the upper left-hand corner, right left to the A box and right above the 1 box. Click on that and notice the entire spreadsheet is highlighted. It's the whole spreadsheet is now chosen. So we can sort everything on this spreadsheet. Now we go to data and we go to sort range, and we're going to choose advanced range sorting options. When we do that, this dialog box comes up. Notice in the upper left hand corner of this dialog box it says data has header row. You don't need to click that because we've frozen the header row. If you did not freeze your header row, you better click that, or else that header row will be included in your sort. Okay, but we don't need to do it because it's frozen. This time though, let's sort by column B first. And column B is the grade level. So the first thing we're going to see is the grade levels being sorted from the lowest to the highest because we're sorting them A to Z. Then let's, below that, add another sort column, and let's choose column A. But just to show you the power of this, instead of sorting it from A to Z, or W's, because our last student name starts with W, we're going to do Z to A. So as first, we're going to have the 6th graders, and the 7th graders, and the 8th graders come up, but the names will be W's first, or whatever the last letter of the names are, and going down instead of going up. So let's, just for fun, see what this looks like. We press the sort button, and there it is. We notice that 6th grade is first, but over here we have Wright Malone as the first student, and it goes down from there. Then the 7th graders start, and it starts with the last name as well. Very interesting, huh? Let's do another one. We'll do data, sort range, advanced range sorting options. And this time we're going to sort from column, let's do column C this time. And that's the email, whether or not they have an email set up. We're going to do A to Z, and that shows first the ones that do not have an email. Then let's do the grade level, that'd be column B. And then let's do another sort column, and we're going to do A, and this time it'll be the student names. We'll keep all these A to Z, we'll press our sort button, and there you have it. You have the emails that are unchecked here in column C, the grade levels, 6, 7, and 8 in a row, and then alphabetically the names of the students. Let's do one more, okay? Just so you can see how this can be changed up. So data, sort range, advanced range sorting options, same thing, email, column C we're going to do first. Second, we're going to do the grade level. Only this time, we're going to do Z to A, so the 8th graders will come first, and then we'll sort it by the last name again, we just call them A, and we'll have it going from A to Z, so A to Z sort. Press the sort button, and notice your emails again, the unchecked boxes, which means they haven't been set up yet, comes first. But notice over in the grade column, the 8th graders are first because that's how you sorted it this time. And then the student names alphabetically, starting with the 8th grade students, then the 7th, and then the 2 6th. Okay? So that's basically how you sort on a spreadsheet. And like I say, you can sort single columns, and that's good in most cases. But there's a lot of times where that multiple sorting of sorting ranges comes in really, really handy for you when you really need to find out more about your data and sort it in special ways. So I hope that this was helpful for you, and we'll see you next time.